Alrighty, BB40 back with another Zombie Rush survival video. So this one I decided I wanted to see, I've been saying that it's possible to go as much as 5,000 rounds or 5,000 waves with the medic now. Still. And I do actually still think it's possible, although this time I only went 3,255. So I fell a little bit short. But I am going to try. I've got other ideas in my mind, and I'm going to give a try and see if they work. And if they do work, if I make it further, I'll do another video on this. But the medic class, without a doubt, in my opinion, is the top class in the game. I really wouldn't waste my time unless you want to just see what the other ones are like, how they work. I wouldn't waste my time in any other class but the medic. If you want to go over long distance. If you want to earn Zombucks, the Demolitionist is the way to go. I did a video on that. So anyway, I went in with the idea, this is just kind of an experiment. On the other classes, the barricades work well to help protect the turrets. But this class is it's completely different. Even though it has turrets, they don't act the same as the other classes. The turrets in this class actually push the zombies back. They push them away. The other classes, the turrets are not strong enough to push the zombies away, push them back. They just keep coming, so you need the barricades to help protect your turrets from being attacked by the zombies. This class is different, though. And so I went in, I just discovered that after running this. I kind of figured that out in the process of watching this video again and going over everything that I did. And so I started off, I wanted to use, based on the other classes, how the barricades help protect the different turrets in different classes. I wanted to use these buff towers basically as barricades, to block the zombies from getting to my turrets. But it really wasn't necessary. And another thing I noticed, you see all the zombies, it's very, very strange when you use the medic class. The zombies just act really weird. I'm going to do a video on it for the developers and drop it in their bug report section later. But it's just when it all started off, I cut a lot of it out in the beginning because I basically do the same thing every time. I go through, I keep trying to earn money to buy my way up through the guns till I get this minigun, what I call my leaf blower, especially in this medic class. Because of the buff towers, it increases the strength of your minigun by 130%. So you get more than the double strength. The minigun's more than twice as strong as it would be in any other class because of the medic, these buff towers. So it's important to have at least one buff tower that you can hang out in. So again, I tried putting out these buff towers as barricades, around my turrets. But it turned out to be actually just a waste of money and a waste of time because they're not nearly as strong as the turrets are. So they end up getting taken out quicker, and it was just a waste of money that I could have used to lay down more turrets. So this is the kind of the layout I've been using with other classes. But because the medic is so different, I'm going to try a completely different layout next time I go in. And I think it might work. I will do a video on it if it does. So, but for this particular video, I did go 3,255 waves. And what I'm going to show right now, see, I turned off the auto skip at wave 100. The reason for that is because you want to earn as much of the money as you can before you just turn it on and leave it on, the auto skip. And I honestly now, after doing this run, I recommend that you save up $100,000. You can see my money down the bottom left corner. Okay, and typically by this wave 100, I would say no later than if you really want to push it, no later than wave 150, you want to have all their turrets down. And you don't want to plan on dropping any more turrets after this. But what you want to plan on doing is, what I did is I stopped at wave 100, turned off the auto skip. And just every 20 waves up to wave 200. Basically, I turned it off at 120, I turned it off at 140, I turned it off at 160 and 180 to clean up all the zombies and get all that extra money. See, the game, if you turn on the auto skip, the wave only lasts 10 seconds. And that is not enough time for all the zombies to spawn. So you got to turn it off to get the opportunity to kill all the zombies and get all that money, and zombucks too. So you're never going to see that money if you don't turn off the auto skip, because those zombies will never spawn. You have wave after wave after wave accumulating zombies, piling up zombies in reserve. And they're just not going to spawn until you actually turn off the auto wave and kill these zombies that are out on the deck, on the map. And every one you kill, another one spawns. And it keeps doing that until you actually catch up with all of the zombies spawning. And you get all that money, because you're going to need that money. You have to take this time to turn off the auto skip and get the money. The money is the most important thing that you're going to need, because you need the money to drop healing stations. You're going to need, in order to go the distance, the only reason I was able to go over 3,000 waves is because I had saved up, I think I got up to about $77,000 saved up, and I wish I had 100,000. So this is what you want to do. And by the time you hit wave 200, you should be ready to go. You should be able to turn on that auto skip and leave it on and never turn it off again. You know, if you're going for a high wave run, if you want to get 2, 3, or even 4,000 waves in a run, you want to kill every single zombie up to wave 200. You want to keep turning off the auto skip, collect all that money, and try to get yourself $100,000 by the time you get to wave 200. And then you can just turn out that auto skip and leave it on and just go for it. So, okay, so what I've done, I did have, you see, all my buff towers are gone. The zombies took them all out. I only got one left, and I'm trying to stay inside that one buff tower so that I can have the extra strength in my minigun. But we're up at wave 2,625 right now. My minigun is basically useless. I mean, the zombies are so tough right now. It's been taking me a good 10 minutes to drop a zombie that's already been damaged down to about 10% health left. Even with only 10% health, it's still taking me 10 minutes to drop that zombie. It's just crazy how tough they are. So you can't depend on earning more money when you get the high waves. You're just not going to have the opportunity to earn any more money. The zombies be too difficult to drop. So that's why I say you want to have at least $100,000. But because you can see at wave 2,600, you know, I'm down to only 16,000 now. That's only another 8 towers I can drop, or healing stations. I think I can only drop another 8 healing stations. That's as far as I can go. The way it was working out, what I would do is I would watch the health bars on all my turrets, and what you could do is you could just scroll in, zoom in a little bit on your avatar, so you're closer to the turrets and you can see all the health bars, and figure out which ones in your arrangement are taking the most damage, and just keep an eye on that one. So when you see like my one buff tower that's left usually took the most damage, and there's a couple of turrets in the bottom right corner side there, the very bottom right. There's one turret that's only about 50% health right now. So I watch those particular items that are taking the most damage, and when they get down to like 10 or even 5% health left, that's when I wait and I drop another healing station. you want to stretch out those healing stations as far as you can, as long as you can. You want to wait as long as you can before you drop another one. You know, wait, watch whatever turret or buff tower, whatever it is that you've got out there on the deck that is taking damage. Watch the one that's taking the most damage, and when it gets very, very, very close to being taken out, that's when you drop another healing station. So I've got to the point now, we're over wave 3000, and I've hit the point where I just cannot earn the money anymore, and I cannot drop another healing station. So this is really the beginning of the end. There's nothing I could do to survive any longer at this point, other than just wait out until they destroy everything. You just gotta wait until the zombies actually destroy everything that's out here. So what I was doing, if you have to go away from your computer and you need to go AFK for a while, what I do is I have this, I do use a mouse clicker. I did use that for this particular run because I had to take a break. So the mouse clicker I got, it just says the mouse clicker. It's just basically just a free mouse clicker that you can get, and you can set the time intervals on this mouse clicker. So I would time, previously when I had my healing towers, I would time how much time it would take, using my phone stopwatch. I would time how long it would take from the time that the healing tower went away until I hit a point where I had to drop another one. And the healing tower itself lasts for 2 minutes. It's like 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Just assume it's only 2 minutes for a healing tower. So I would add whatever amount of time I recorded from my phone to the from the point where the healing tower disappeared to the time I needed to drop another one, or I would lose something. I would take that time, add 2 minutes, and I would set my mouse clicker at that. And all you got to do is you take your cursor. If you use a mouse on your computer or your touchpad, just move your aiming, the crosshair, put it right on top of the healing station, the pink healing station you see on the right side. You got your blue pulse turret on top, you got the yellow buff tower in the middle, and you got the pink healing station on the bottom. Just put it right on top of there. And every time the mouse clicker hits that time that you set, it'll click on that healing station, and it'll drop a healing station. And that's all you got to do. Just keep dropping them that way, based on a timer. And that give you time to go AFK for a while if you need to. So I'm down to my very last turret, and I'm holding out as long as I possibly can. I'm watching the health bar on it, and when it's just about to disappear and then just about to kill me, I'm going to just leave. So you can do that. You can get in a barricade. You can get on any deployable that you lay down. You can stand right in the middle of it, and the zombies will attack the deployable. It'll attack the turret, or it'll attack a barricade before it'll attack you. So you'll be safe, like I am right now, right in the middle of all this. I'm safe until that health bar disappears. And it was just about to disappear, so I said, heck, I'm just going to leave. So I went 3,255 waves. So anyway, that's how I did the long run this time, and I'm going to try another arrangement next time. So thanks for checking out the video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate that. And catch me in the next one. Thanks. Bye.